Vital is a digital reusable packaging system with the objective to eliminate single-use packaging waste from convenient food consumption. We want to make reusables the standard for takeaway and delivery food. Now, what's special about Vital is that we work like a library system and without a deposit. So consumers that download our app can borrow as many reusable containers as they like at any of our more than 1,500 partners for free without paying a deposit. They only pay if they don't return the containers within 14 days, and we send reminding app messages to incentivize quick returns. 99% of our containers are returned within that time frame. I think what other SMEs can learn from Vital's success is that we really put convenience and our customers and partners at the core of what we do. So for example, we partner with food delivery platforms, but also with these 10-minute fast grocery delivery startups to make it super easy to order food in our reusable containers, enjoy it without a bad conscience and without, of course, packaging waste, and then return it. It's just a super easy and convenient user experience. And I think this is key to make reusables become the mass market solution for takeout and delivery food.
We were able to develop a new water, let's say, recycling kit, the Aqualoop recycling kit. And this kit consists of several components, such as the ultrafiltration membrane, such as a bioreactor, such as a controller unit, and so on. The basis for this was the Eco Innovation Project, a European project with 3 countries, Germany and Austria and Czech Republic. So this enabled us to offer different applications in water reuse. Simple rainwater harvesting, but also advanced rainwater harvesting, so we can drink the water, we can make coffee from the water. Next technology is the effluent of sewage water treatment plants, for example. So we can recycle this water, we disinfect and clean it, and we can use this water for flushing the toilets, for garden irrigation, and so on. The other field is stormwater management, so it's to get rid of the water. Detention systems to store the water for a certain time to avoid the flooding. Our idea is to close, let's say, this circular approach more and more. But it's possible right now already, which you can see here in the building. We have installed a lot of components and technologies to become more or less self-sufficient. Altogether, let's say, our building is an example for circular environmental working.
Instead of producing new batteries for our product, we just reuse old batteries from the EV market. We get them from recyclers or from OEMs, then we test them, refurbish them for the second life application, then we implement them into our product. With our product, we're saving the battery production of new batteries. So what we're actually doing is we're saving the CO2 production, so we don't need to produce them anymore. And we're saving the production of new raw materials, which are bad for the environment, bad for the people that have to mine them. I think we have a really good motivation because it's kind of an impact startup. So we got a lot of young, motivated people, and that's really important for us. Because as a startup, we can't pay a lot of engineers for the moment. So we got a lot of support of the really close EWTH Aachen, and that's really good for us because we got a lot of motivated and talented young students to help us. So I believe, and I think the young generation believes, that we have to stop going for just profit-oriented economy and really start going for sustainable, ethic and social solution for the way of living and the way we treat the nature.
Our company is producing keg cleaning and filling machines. A keg is a returnable system in stainless steel, and it composed in 20, 30 or 50 liter. Normally we are working in beverage industry, in the beer industry. My strong belief is that at our size of a medium-sized private-owned business, we are having the sustainability in our DNA. We think and we act in decades. We don't look at the next quarter. Due to the pandemic situation, we found out that a lot of disinfectant is needed around the world and that there is a lot of plastic garbage going on. So in order to avoid plastic, we came to the idea to use a returnable stainless steel system for hand disinfection, for professional, high-quality hand disinfection. And the advantage is it's returnable, so we can, on our machine, clean the keg from inside, from outside, refill it in safe conditions, and safely replace empty kegs in the market to prevent tons and millions of tons of plastic going to the garbage bin.
Our goal is to cultivate gourmet mushrooms on urban waste materials right here in the city. I want to quickly show you something. Anyone who knows Cologne knows the Saturn building. It's a symbol of the inner Cologne city, and we're nestled right here in the heart of the city. We were lucky enough to find an old catering kitchen, which provides us the perfect environment for us to do this cultivation process. We collect old beer grains, coffee grounds, as well as old bread and mix it together with other materials. Deep down in our deep basement is where the process begins, in our incubation room. In this dark, warm area of our building, the incubation begins and the mushrooms start to cultivate onto this substrate. A second layer above allows us to build up fruiting chambers where we can use digitalization as well as modern day controlled agriculture techniques to provide a really controlled environment where the mushrooms can grow. Up here on the ground level is where we have our gastro kitchen, and it allows us to produce mushroom products as well as interact with our community.
In 2017, we completed the new headquarters of the RG Stiftung on the UNESCO World Heritage Zollverein in Essen. We wanted to show that it is possible to create one of the most sustainable buildings on a former industrial site that was declared a World Heritage. In December 2017, the RG moved into the first office building in Germany with extensive cradle-to-cradle measures. As we were one of the first movers in this field of circular economy, the C2C concept is brilliant. You don't regard the life cycle of a building linearly, but circularly, by avoiding composites and instead plugging or screwing the materials. The building becomes a material bank. The installed resources only temporarily have the function house. When the building is deconstructed, the materials can be used again in different functions or contexts.
Our revolutionary concept is that we are converting the textile industry to circularity. We help our customers, which are retailers and brands, to develop and manufacture fully circular textile products. We certify international supply chains, so we help factories convert their production to circularity. And finally, our core innovation is the development of fully biodegradable textile synthetic fibers, which are cradle-to-cradle gold certified. We believe that now is the right time to implement the circular economy in the world, but especially in Europe, where the framework is probably the best right now in the world.
The idea of the Blue Lavage system came up when we learned from our customers, from hospitals all over the world, that after a replacement of an implant for a knee or a hip is thrown away after 2 minutes of use. That's to say, hundreds of thousands of batteries, of motors and electrical cable are thrown into the waste. This is no longer the state of art, and therefore we decided to split the plastic on one side and the pieces of high value on the other side. We have the drive unit, which can be used more than 150 times. We succeeded with the help of our engineers to create a Blue Lavage system. So it's no longer a single-use instrument. It's far away from the idea that you use something of high value after a few minutes and throw it into the waste. I just saw an old Indian saying, which means the world in which we live now is not our world. We have just borrowed it from our children. And I think this has to be in all our minds.
We make mainly mixers for food productions worldwide. We build stainless steel machines, and all these stainless steel machines are just made out of one material. It's stainless. So we can recycle it and reuse it. We supply spares for the lifetime of the machine. As we manufacture everything here in Paderborn, our machines are made for easy maintenance to keep them alive for as long as possible. Sometimes you do circular economy since years, in our case since 50 years. You just have to think what you are doing, and maybe you find things where you are already doing it, and then you can go into detail and make this better. If you are using materials, try to keep the materials simple and the connections simple, and try to make solid and long-lasting machines. Small ideas is what everybody can do. For example, we are sending out all our spare parts without any plastic. That's possible, without any big amount of extra money. It's just doing it.
I'm Marina from the Roma. I founded the company to connect food ingredient suppliers and food producers through a digital marketplace and platform. We help companies to create a better procurement process for food ingredients and, of course, to reduce inefficiencies. When companies have side streams, leftovers, primary products or half-processed products which they don't need anymore, they can put it on our marketplace, and we mediate it not only within the food processing industry but also neighboring industries like cosmetic, pharmaceutical, cleaning, and even the construction business. In that case, we help all companies to reduce food waste and to reduce resource waste. Let's simplify the future of change.
A couple of years ago, our founder Marcella Hansch went on a diving trip to Cape Verde, and she was attacked by something. But it wasn't a fish, it was a plastic bag. Since then, she couldn't close her eyes from all pollution around her, in the water and on land. And from this moment, from this image in her mind, she created Everwave, which is today a social business with a holistic approach, combining the technology and the inspiration of people towards a sustainable future. If we're able to close the loop and circulate used materials, we'll be able to strengthen our economy and protect the environment. We'll be able to give new meaning to what has been consumed. Waste becomes a resource.